What's going on, guys? Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to the channel. Normally in these videos I do an introduction and I'm on camera through the whole video, but I don't have time this week. I'm absolutely swamped to do all the editing, and so I just wanted to do a screen recording and get this video on here to YouTube for you guys to learn something cool and hopefully take action with it. Because if there's one lesson that I want to drill home to everyone who watches this and everyone in my Facebook group and a lot of people that are just not taking action, is that you have to do something. You can't just watch these videos and hope that this shit's gonna work. It doesn't work like that. You have to do work, and you have to do the right focused work. You can't just be having one tab open of Facebook and the other one of Instagram and then have Snapchat going crazy. And anyways, that's a subject and a rant for a different video at a different time. So essentially how we get to 100 to $200 or more a day with pay-per-call affiliate marketing. And if you're someone who is maybe brand new to this form of affiliate marketing, brand new to internet marketing as a whole, or you want to learn even more about pay-per-call affiliate marketing and lead generation, there's a link to our free training right down below where we go super in depth with all of this stuff. So anyways, for this quick video, I want to just give you guys a roadmap and a blueprint for how you can get to this level. So essentially what you do is you build out a ridiculously simple website, because by the way, we're doing SEO, we're not running ads, because we are just focusing on targeting organic traffic from essentially suburbs or smaller towns. Because of the fact that they're less competitive, it's not going to take you 6 months to rank like it would for something like Miami plumbing or Atlanta water repair or whatever it is, because there's a lot of competition. It's a gigantic city. There's a lot of people and a lot of businesses competing for that spot that have very, very big budgets to spend for their SEO. So what you want to do is basically build a 1 to 3 page website similar to this one here for Champlin, and build it out in a manner that's super targeted to one city. And what you're going to be able to do with that one city, and this is not an exact match domain, you can see here, it's not like it's champlinlawncare.com, it's Champlin Lawn Landscape Irrigation. It's a ridiculously long, ugly URL, but it ranks here, and we're still working on it now to get it to the #1 spot. We have not been very aggressive with this either. And over the past couple months, this has generated us a grand total revenue of about $200. Now I know what you're thinking, wait, $200 over 2 months, how is that $100 a day? It's not. But here's the thing. These pages here can be built in a time span of about 15 minutes if you're someone who's proficient at creating content and essentially playing a video game when it comes to building out pages, and you can rinse and repeat this. And so you take this process from this one site that you have, and if you're using Thrive Architect, you can export this and then import it on your next websites, and maybe you're going to go target another city in another state or whatever, and you go get the phone number from your affiliate network that you're working with, and you import that landing page onto your new site, you change up the content, you change up the links, voila, you have a brand new site in probably less than an hour's time. And if you sat down, and let's say you only just build one of these a day, you don't have the budget necessarily yet to be able to build 2 or 3 of these a day, but let's say we do one for 30 days straight, one every single day. That is going to be 30 sites. So the costs that are going to go into it, you have your domain. Let's just say that's $11, times that by 30. So that's going to run us. So that's going to be $330. Now we need our hosting. So from HostGator, month 1 is going to be a penny for every single one of your website hosts. So that's going to be 30 cents. And then you have your next month, which is going to be 30 times roughly 11. So that's going to be $330 again for your hosting. And then you're going to need Thrive Architect. So at that level, if you're building this many sites, you're going to want their Thrive agency plan, which is $210 every single quarter. So that's $210. And let's say we're going to buy some photos from Shutterstock or some of the others, and we'll want to get maybe 10 different ones, so that's going to be about $100 for photos. So it's going to be $100 worth of pictures, and you can pretty much use those forever. Or if you go to Adobe Stock or any other place, it's pretty much the same pricing. And then we need our basic SEO stuff. So this is going to be your citation, social signals, and probably a couple PBN links. And they don't even have to be that high trustful because, again, lower competition. Oftentimes you can rank with just on-page content. So we'll budget $50 for each site, and times that by 30, which is going to give us 50 times 30, 1,500 over the course of a full month. So now let's combine all of this together. So we got 660 plus 210 $1,500. So you're looking at $3,870. So I know what you might be thinking, wait, I don't have $4,000 to put towards something to build in the next month. Well, you could spread this out over 3-4 months, depending on what your budget is. So if we spread that out over 3 months, that's $1,290 a month. But here's the thing, the hosting, that first month is basically zero. So the first 30 days you have no cost, and then the next 30 is going to have that cost. Your Thrive Architect, that's once every 3 months for the $210. And let's just say we did do this all in 1 month at $3,870. And if you're somebody watching this, hopefully you have a job that can at least pay you maybe $3-4 a month. That's absolutely doable if you just make sure you slash the expenses you don't need. This is temporarily. This is a multi-month type of thing. It's not like you have to be living and doing nothing for many years. But here's the thing. Let's say month 1 we spent almost $4,000 on the sites. So we're negative $4,000 at this point, roughly. So let's say that first month goes by, nothing comes in. But then the next month comes by and we are at $1,500 in revenue. Because they each generated, on average, just to say they each generated $50 per month. Because they're not quite yet ranking. So then month 2 comes through. And by the way, month 2 is when you would have to actually make this payment for the $330 for all those hosting, for all that hosting for those sites. The photos, that's a one-time use purchase, as well as the domain, that's a once a year purchase. So then the next month, let's say most of the sites are starting to rank, and let's say it's still not, they're not fully ranked, but they did $2,500 for the month. So roughly $75 or $85 a month for each site. So $2,500 times, or plus rather, $1,500 puts us at break even after month 2. Now, I'm not saying or guaranteeing this can happen, but this is just the simple math to kind of look at over the long-term focus here, the next 60 to 90 days or 120 days. And if you break even at that point, that is incredible, because so many businesses out there, you're shelling out 10 times that, if not more, if not even 100 times that, and you're sure as hell not breaking even after 4 months or after 3 months, 2 months. So let's say once they're all ranking, they're at 100 a month, and we have, let's say on average, because again, how you want to look at this with business is you want to be looking at volume. You don't want to be just nitpicky and be like, oh, this site's only getting me 50 a month, or this one site here did 125 last month, and then this other one here only did 50, or whatever. You essentially want to look at it from a 30,000 foot view and assess the monthly profitability. Let's say month 3, each one of these is generating now $100 because they're on the first page. With most of these smaller competition keywords, 3 to 4 months is usually when you can optimize the campaign and be at the top of that first page. So at that point, and I'm not saying or guaranteeing you could be able to do this, but you would have stacked another $3,000 from that $4,000, and you are already up 3,000 profits. So you've essentially doubled, or you've pretty close to doubled the initial investment after 4, maybe 5 months. So you can see just how simple that is. And at that point, again, these are running without you having to do anything. If you understand pay-per-call for the marketing, it is essentially build a site and you move on to the next, because the affiliate network runs 24/7 with the call centers and within the hours designated by the offers and that sort of stuff. And it's really just that simple. And you continue scaling up, scaling out, different cities, different locations. And yes, there are going to be hard costs. And so then your approximate cost, let's say you're going to be putting maybe $250 a month into SEO stuff. So you continue maybe building backlinks, doing social signals, that sort of stuff to maintain your rankings. And then you have your $330 per month for the hosting. Now, every 3 months, you're going to have the Thrive Architect agency plan. At that full year mark, you're going to have to renew all the hosting. It's going to be $300, $400, something of the sort. Photos you don't have to worry about. But let's combine these. Let's just say it is $600 a month. But take that away from that $3,000 that it's generating. You're going to be at roughly $2,400 per month. You are going to be at you'll be at $2,400 a month, essentially passively, because again, these websites are running 24/7. And so then you're at $2,400 a month profit, almost passively. Now, I'm never going to say passive where you have to do nothing. It's almost like a money tree, if you will. You're going to have to give it some fertilizer, water it, take care of it. Because then what you can do is, after a few months of profitability with these sites, is you can list these sites for sale for anywhere between 20 to 35 times on the high end the monthly profit. So the value of the collections of sites here could be anywhere between $48,000 to $84,000. And you're able to achieve this with really about 3 to 4 months. So you could essentially then do this every 3 months with new sites, new offers, new campaigns, and rinse and repeat. Let's say you got somewhere in between here, 27.5, and let's say 27x monthly profit is what you're able to generate. So you're looking at about 65 grand. You'd be looking at 195 grand. Now this might not occur all within the same exact calendar year because buyers will take a little bit of time in the transition, that sort of stuff. But you can see the potential right there with just these small single city websites. Not bad. So anyways, I know that I went off on a big tangent. This video became a lot longer than I had anticipated it being, but so with that, I give it to you to go out and do the work, whether you want to just have extra spending money each month or you want to turn this into an assembly line, maybe hire a VA to do this stuff where you don't have to even focus on this. You could be focusing on maybe another business, or maybe you take on more hours at your job or whatever, so that way you can continue funding this and scale it as high as you want. So with that said, if you like this type of content, I appreciate if you went down below, dropped a like on this video. And if you are not already a part of the family, go down below, smash that subscribe button. If you want to get more training just like this, go down to the first link in the description for the free in-depth training that we do. And I will see you over there. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.